Howdy there, music maker. It's your pal Hayes Griffin, and I am joined here today by friend of the channel and my best friend in real life, Jacob Hawkins. How's it going, Jacob?
Very well. Nice to be here.
Yeah, man. There's an interesting story behind today's video. About 20 years ago, 18 or so years ago, Jacob and I discovered there was a really magical musical product that Jacob was using to play acoustic mandolin with his punk band at the time, right?
That's right.
Nice. This product, yeah, like I said, allowed an acoustic mandolin to keep up with, we're talking electric bass, electric guitar, and drums.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everything. Real punk band with electric or with acoustic mandolin. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had never seen a pickup like this, and I shouldn't actually call it a pickup because that's not what this company calls it. It's a contact microphone, maybe, is a better descriptor. But this contact microphone really piqued my interest, and I owned one of these for a brief period in time that I never should have let go because these things are amazing. So, with all this suspense built up, I'm sure you can imagine what's in this FedEx box today. I have been in contact with Schertler microphones based out of Switzerland, and today we are going to test out the Schertler DYN-G and the Schertler DYN-M. And because I can't play both of those things at the same time, the guitar or the mandolin, Jacob's going to help me out here today, and we're going to put these things through their paces. I'm going to be testing these microphones on one of Schertler's yellow single microphone preamps, and then we're also going to be running one of the other channels through my AER Compact 60 amplifier, which is an amp, if you're in the acoustic world, that's probably one that you're using out there pretty regularly. What do you say, Jacob? Let's crack this box open.
Let's get to it.
All right, here we go. Let's see if these Swiss FedEx boxes are any harder to open than American ones. I actually saw Jacob when I was unpacking the slip here out of the FedEx box that the box came from Italia.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So if you know your European geography, those two countries are pretty dang close to one another.
Ha! I wonder why it came from Italy.
Yeah, I wonder.
It's got a warehouse there or something.
I wonder
maybe?
if there's like a distribution center that they've got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Schertler, let us know. Why did
Yeah.
it come from Italy? Uh-oh, I feel some things in here.
What you got? Ooh, bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. All right, one packing slip.
Good. Got some things.
We've got some things. All right, this is a DYN-G. Look at that little case that it comes
nice.
in.
That's cool.
And I bet this is the DYN-M. Yeah, DYN-M.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing else in the box there. Let's toss this bad boy to the side. And then, finally, yeah, we've got the yellow single preamp. Let me get that out of the plastic.
I don't remember mine having a case like this.
No,
it was like a wooden case 20 years ago.
I think it was a wooden case,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, that's probably...
This is nice, though.
Yeah, the wooden case had, like, some class to it, didn't it?
Yeah.
But probably, in all reality, not so practical.
Not as convenient.
For the gig.
Not as soft when you're tossing it in the rest of your gear.
So probably an upgrade, Schertler. Awesome. Well, let's crack that open. Nice. Look at that preamp. You know I'm a sucker for blue. So there's the Schertler single preamp. We've got the power supply in there. Excuse me, yeah, the Schertler yellow single 3 preamp. Man, I'm excited to dive into that thing. Let's set that down there by the pedal board because we're going to get to work on that. What do we got here?
There's the M.
The DYN-M. Awesome. Let's show that off for the camera here. So the DYN-M. Oh, neat. Did they coil up like a is that the instruction manual? Or is it like a warranty card? No, it's instruction manual. Yeah. Oh, they've got this little clip that they have to kind of secure the end of the microphone to another XLR cable.
Perfect.
Yeah. So because that's
an upgrade for sure.
Yeah, I get right. That was definitely one of the things that I felt edgy about was that connection at the XLR jack because it's kind of a thinner cable right, than you would normally see. But yeah, there's the inside of the package for that. There's the actual microphone itself. It's gotten smaller.
It has. I like it.
Yeah, and it's plastic now. It's not.
That's the M. Man, that is way smaller.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I really dig that, man.
Cool.
That's so cool. Yeah, so they got the little contact transducer there. Let me tuck that back in its little spot. And then on this side, I think we've still got the
the putty.
Yeah, exactly. So this is one thing that's really unique to the Schertler series of microphones here. A lot of you are probably familiar with like traditional acoustic pickups, right? Like the ones that require drilling through your strap button jack, putting a jack in there, and then fixing some kind of like contact microphone or transducer inside of the instrument, and that always gives us the heebie-jeebies, right? Like whenever we are trying to amplify our instruments. But Schertler, this is kind of, I think, part of their deal, right? The fact that you don't have to modify your instrument to get a really great plugged-in sound. And the secret to these DYN-M and DYN-Gs is this like little magic green putty. It looks like Gumby. Yeah. So if I remember correct, you just kind of pinch some of this off, stick it around the edge of that microphone, like in like a circle fashion, and then stick that to the top of your instrument. And they guarantee that it doesn't mar your finish and all that kind of stuff. Like this is supposed to be safe for all instruments. And kind of like infinitely reusable, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's so cool. It's very much like they were 20 years ago, but but more like compact packaging.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but some like teeny improvements here. I kind of like it too.
Yeah.
Take that tag off. Put that over there.
So the G seems like just the same kind of packaging. I'm sure that the tuning is probably different between the two systems, but
yeah. And let's compare I think the size of the G and the M, it's exactly the same, right? So we're kind of looking at like you said, probably some difference in internal tuning,
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna leave this one inside here so we know which one we're playing with.
Well, it does say on the
yep, you're totally
label
right.
itself. Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm blind. I can't read that.
That's all right. All good.
Sweet, dude. Well, that's what the inside of the package looks like here. What do you say we kind of get our putty game going? This is the M, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll hand that one back to you.
Yeah.
We are going to be testing these things out today. The G is going on my Collings Winfield model that I won out at Winfield this past year, and then Jacob is going to be playing my Red Diamond Vintage 20. Oh my God, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yours is the 24, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Don McRosty is like shaking his head right now.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't even know what mandolin.
He's quite dissatisfied. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man.
We'll get him going.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So on the quick start manual, I love they give this picture. That's exactly what we're talking about. Like you make like a long, thin kind of like snake or worm out of the putty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then put it around the edge. And I think you're supposed to kind of keep it clear of that center dot.
Yep.
Right, because that's like
sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. Use the green putty to install the pickup on the instrument. With a little piece of putty, form a ball of approximately 8 millimeters. What's a millimeter?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
8 millimeters. 314? 315?
See, here we go. This is why we have a machinist on hand. Sweet. So 8 millimeters. Work the ball to a shape. When the microphone has been correctly installed, you will feel that center spot is making contact with the instrument.
Okay, so you like barely touch it to it?
Exactly. That I remember actually putting a dent in my the guitar. I had that Todd Sam's Dreadnought at the time, and I definitely pressed. And that's when the Schertlers were metal.
Okay.
Too, which I wonder if that's why they've switched to like a plastic design.
Yeah.
Oh, and check this out, dude. So they give us like kind of recommended placements.
Cool.
So for mandolin, it's got it in exactly the spots you were kind of talking about. You know what I mean? So yours was kind of like
behind the bridge. I remember putting mine kind of behind the bridge, underneath the string.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of between the tailpiece and all that. So
yeah,
cool.
And then for the steel string, I'm gonna try mine. That's where I got the best kind of success with it before, was just behind the treble side of the bridge. So let's maybe shoot for those, I guess.
Okay.
Isn't this fun?
It is fun. This is awesome.
Thanks, Schertler.
Yeah.
Now,
thanks, Hayes.
I was going to say, now me and my buddy, we have an excuse to just, like, BS around on a Saturday, playing with some high-quality instrument microphones.
Yeah. I remember saving my little ring of putty so I didn't have to, like, re-ball it up every time and guess. I kind of had it figured out.
I think that's great, man.
I had it just kind of laying in the tin.
That's like pro tips here, people. This is why we had Jacob over here today, you know?
May have to add some more putty to my ring or something. Cool.
Not only is it a great sounding microphone, you get to get back in touch with your inner 3-year-old.
Yeah, playing with Play-Doh. Cool.
It's a tactile experience, the Schertler DYN series of instrument microphones.
Now, I'm curious. All right, so I've got my putty, I think, kind of dialed in here.
Yeah. You should hold that up to the camera. Yeah, let's see what Jacob's looks like. And maybe bring it back a little bit toward me. Yeah, so it's
a little more in
focus there. Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Now, for this, okay. So that little dude just clips on.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yes, this could probably work as like a belt clip. So you get it in there and then...
Yeah, interesting.
This is so cool, dude. It's awesome that they're, like, it's so familiar from before.
Yeah.
And just, like, better packaging and some, like, helpful things. You know, like, I'm not sure, like, where in the generation of, you know, this technology
that happened. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, I remember a much bigger...
It was way bigger.
Like a much bigger kind of footprint for the pickup. It was kind of like a metal or ceramic type of disc.
It was
or something.
Big, yeah. But it was maybe like twice this size and like way bigger, like in thickness.
Well, I think what do you think of that, man? Does that look roughly in spec to yours?
Looks awesome. Yeah. I mean, we'll find out. I think it's. I'm gonna put mine
and then put it into this preamp here. Mic in.
Cool.
So there's the DYN-G going into the yellow single preamp. I'm just gonna, before we even plug this bad boy in, set everything. Oh, and they've got a button for the P48. The P48. That's what they call these DYNs now. So there's a button specifically to press on this preamp, I guess, when you've got this pickup selected, versus like minus 20 dB or 10 volt, like if you're putting another type of microphone.
An inferior microphone on
there.
Yeah,
why would you? Why am I putting a freaking piece of crap like that in this great Schertler preamp, you know?
Yeah.
I think. So there's the guitar microphone installed. I kind of tried to put it where they had in the diagram. There were a few spots. One even said like directly on top of the bridge. So we'll see how this one sounds first. And then Jacob's got his there. Yeah, hold that up into the, maybe turn it toward the light a little more. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So kind of just behind the treble side of the bridge. Not quite underneath the strings, but
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys an idea of what I'm working with here on the preamp. So I just turned the preamp up, and with this kind of setting, everything is looking good. So we've got the volume at about 1 o'clock, the gain about the same, and then honestly about the same on my Focusrite. And then here are my effects. All right, so we just had sound check out of the way for the yellow single preamp. And yours sounded pretty crispy to me, but I think that's probably how a mandolin signal is just going to sound, right? You know?
Yeah, I think so.
We could compensate in post or on the amplifier, but just like saying that out loud.
Yeah.
Nice. Probably my crappiest break on Blackberry Blossom ever, but hey, we're here.
That's all right. That's all right.
We're here to test tones, not knowledge of Blackberry Blossom.
That's correct. Yeah.
Well, I know from a minute ago, I really liked where the tone was headed on the DYN-G. Maybe you guys saw in some of the B-roll here, maybe not, but I think I did need to push it closer to the top of the guitar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think that helped.
It was further away, which means I can remove some of this putty now, I guess. But there's the tone, you know, kind of by itself, like rhythm tones. That's what it sounds like by itself. You want to try the same on yours, dude?
Why don't you give her a shot there? It's
yeah, dude.
If we're gonna give this equipment the best shot possible, I'll give it to the pro here.
Yeah, you've got this.
Awesome.
Sweet. Yeah, so solo mandolin tones, I guess. I'm interested to hear these in playback, right? Because the pickups can get squawky on a mandolin up at those frequencies.
I remember, again, 20 years ago, how good these sounded when you're playing rhythm. You could actually get a mandolin sounding chop.
Yep.
Which is, hard to replicate without, without a microphone.
I've never heard it fully with like a pickup sound. There's always something missing. It's like it sounds like just like a slap instead of a chop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that was, I think, unique to this technology is that you could get a real mandolin sound out of it.
Yeah. Well,
in that regard.
You're hearing it now, folks. What do you think? Is Jacob full of crap? Well, what do you say, Jacob? Should we kind of play one more tune and then wrap things up?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to switch back to mandolin?
Sure.
Awesome, man. Oh, you know what we didn't do yet?
What's
flip-flop the preamps. Do you want to see how the guitar sounds through the yeah, let's
just the AER and then the mandolin.
So just unplug. Yeah, let's just do it that way, maybe.
Ready? Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
dude. Yeah, that was like, man, like the first tune, one of them we ever played together. Early days, man. Yeah, folks. Well, there you have it. Obviously, as we're sitting here having just played these tunes, we have not yet listened to these things in post. But when I did listen to the last one in post, like, I was pretty impressed with the guitar tones and the mandolin tones both.
Yeah.
Like, so after Jacob and I played Girl I Left Behind Me Other Way, we stopped and kind of like did a listen through of all the tones, and the guitar sounds like a guitar microphone.
Sounds good.
Like it sounds, this is nuts. And the thing that I love about this, right, is the reduced feedback potential, everything, you know, so it sounds like a mic, but isn't going to react like one on stage like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to test this one out live. Thanks so much, Schertler, for sending this along, and I'll definitely give you guys an update and maybe even some footage when I do take it to a gig first time. Same with the DYN-M, you know, like you mentioned a little while ago, the ability to have like a solid rhythm mandolin sound with a pickup type of setup is, because usually it's, you know, you get those, I don't want to name any names of companies, but most of the companies out there that have like transducer style pickups or whatever, it just sounds,
it's really hard to capture. It's just a difficult thing to capture with a pickup.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds great on a mic, but it's hard to capture with the traditional pickup. So that's what's, you know, really encouraging about this kind of technology.
Absolutely. So I'm definitely impressed, and I would suggest that you folks check out something like a Schertler DYN-G P48 or DYN-M P48 if you're looking for a more natural sound, but something that can be tamed in a live setting. You know, I could imagine anyone wanting to use one of these things, from like gigging bar musician all the way up to like a touring musician. You know what I mean? I would imagine, I haven't tested this out yet, but if you were on a big stage, you would probably want still like a sound hole cover, maybe, you know, to cut some of those resonant frequencies, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's hard to know how that'll react.
I know in a rock band setting, it worked pretty good on a mandolin.
That was the thing,
like,
right?
That was, it worked out.
I'll never forget that show that I saw of you guys. So like our hometown guitar shop back when we were kids was Sheets and Sons Music.
Yeah.
Man. And when they moved over to the big space with the music hall, you guys played there, and I think was Ryan Francis's band.
Absolutely.
That
I think they put it on.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
dude.
I think that was
shout out to Ryan Francis.
Yeah.
I know he watches the channel. Yeah, man, that's kind of nuts. And it kept up with a punk band.
Yeah.
Did you run distortion on it?
Nope, it was just straight.
So just a clean mandolin sound.
Yeah.
I mean, which you don't really need distortion on a mando with a distorted guitar.
No, that was
It's already aggressive enough. Just listen to Bill Monroe back in the 30s or whatever.
That's right.
Bluegrass. Sweet, man. Well, Jacob, thanks so much for helping me test these things out today, folks. If you're interested in checking out a Schertler DYN-G P48 or DYN-M P48 or the Schertler Yellow Single preamp, as we kind of figured out a while ago, maybe a preamp is better in between one of these and your amplifier, because I was noticing that when I was turning the gain knob up on my AER, the gain is at like 0.9 right now. And when it went to 1, it was like clipping.
It was too much, yeah.
So I think a preamp in line is something good, at least for an AER.
Maybe we can show the folks where we ended up with your settings on that. I was pretty impressed with the feel of those buttons and stuff. It was nice to adjust.
Yeah, exactly. It's a metal housing. It
Yeah.
feels pro, right?
Yeah,
so there are the
it is.
settings that we have on the yellow for the mandolin. And I made that critical error at first too. I didn't see the EQ knobs that I had, turned all the way down. So that was why the guitar tone sounded crap at first.
Yeah.
But once I kind of set those, everything that you listened to today, and I wanted to be specific about this, like everything was noon on the kind of EQ knobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to see just like what a flat signal would sound like on these things.
Yeah.
I'm extremely encouraged by the guitar and the mandolin sounds. I think the mandolin could be tweaked, maybe roll some high end off, maybe boost a little bass. Guitar,
but from a first run out of the box, just like throwing them on, it was
sounds better than a freaking I'm not going to name names.
It sounds great. Very, very encouraged.
All right, man. Well, thanks again to Schertler for sending us all of this gear to demo. I'm a Schertler guy now. This is what I do. And thanks again to my pal Jacob Hawkins for being my other crash test dummy here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Check out those links below in the description to grab your Schertler, and we'll catch you in the next video.